In this video, we are going to look at two problems where we need to evaluate using the order of operations, and we're also going to be practicing our fraction operations in these problems. So the first one is 5/8 times 1/2 squared. So when we look at our steps for our order of operations, we see that first we have parentheses, but really we don't have to do step 1 for parentheses because there's nothing to do inside of the parentheses. When I look inside the parentheses, I already see the simplified fraction 1/2. So I'm really going on to step 2, which is exponents. So I'm going to take care of the 1/2, which is being squared. So I get 5/8 times 1/2 times 1/2. So I've written it out twice because when you square a fraction, you're multiplying it by itself. So this becomes 5/8 times 1/4, because when I multiply fractions, I do 1 times 1 in the numerator and the 2 times 2 in the denominator. So now I'm done with exponents, and now all I have to do is one more multiplication step. So I'm going to do the fraction 5/8 times the fraction 1/4. So what I'm going to do is to show you that all we do when we multiply fractions is we multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. So I have 5 times 1 in my numerator and 8 times 4 in my denominator. So my final answer is 5/32. Let's take a look at the second problem. I have 1/6 divided by 5/6 times 9/7. So I don't have any parentheses in this problem. I don't have any exponents. So I'm moving on to step MD. Now that's one step together. Multiplication and division get lumped together, and we work them in order from left to right. So it's really important that you understand that you work multiplication and division in order that you see them in your problem from left to right. So when I look at this problem from left to right, the division step actually comes first. So this is a huge misconception. People think you always have to do all your step M for multiply before you do any step D for divide. But that's not the case. My first step here is going to be to divide 1/6 divided by 5/6, because that's the first operation I see as I go from left to right for multiplication and division. Now, when you multiply fractions, you keep the first fraction, when you divide fractions, let me back up. In order to divide 1/6 by 5/6, I keep 1/6 the same. I change the division sign to multiplication, and then I multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So this becomes 1/6 times 6/5 times 9/7. Now I just have all multiplication, so I can really do it in any order that I want to. But I am going to go from left to right because I see that they share a common factor of 6. So I can divide out the 6's and it just leaves a 1 behind. So basically now I just have 1/1 times 1/5, which is 1/5. And now I multiply that by 9/7. So 1 times 9 in the numerator is 9, and 5 times 7 in the denominator is 35. So my final answer is 9/35.